retire as a vet and probably maybe put on a new. I'm in a cruise ship. I'm tired of this in the kitchen. But how else am I gonna get it? 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 I'm getting kinda tired of all this in the kitchen. How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it?
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Bengals going up against the Browns. Set for the call of this Week 8 matchup, let's bring in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that. Because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical. And that's what they did on the first play.
No gain, and it's second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Coleman has it here right side. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On third down, Taylor. And it's caught by Parker. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Taylor. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. And they give this time to the tailback. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
Here's Taylor. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Ground. This is Isaiah Crowell. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Okay, Charles, who are you picking to highlight here as we show the starters for the Cleveland Browns?
I like how you said highlight because I'm going to go with Isaiah Crowell, the running back, because if you go back to his high school days, he was in the spotlight. Actually announced he's going to the University of Georgia holding up a bulldog puppy. Didn't work out there. Went to Alabama State and had a nice career. Undrafted, unheralded, but had a really nice year in 2015, so he's trying to bring the spotlight back.
Throwing now is Bortles. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Bengals getting set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Taylor, and this is caught. It's Parker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Coach hinted to us that we may see some old power football here in this game. We got a taste of it on that first down run.
I love how he hinted it to us, and then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill with the offensive and defensive line, and they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that. I don't care how many guys are in there. I want to run the football this week, and boy, it has paid off for them in this game.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They go play action here on first down. And Green with a catch left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends are creating so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result? 6 points.
Touchdown. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Now on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They come out here in the eye. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. He digs him partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Bortles going to go on 4th down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Now it's Taylor. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And Crowell lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Complete to Wright. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Crowell. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Throws right side, and that's complete. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Green 90. Green 90. Close 58 win. 58 win.
So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out here in the eye.
Green 90.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Bortles. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And his kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he's got some space here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 71 yards. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal from the 5. And he goes backwards on this one. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come out in the pistol. So still 7 yards to go here on 3rd down. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Forbath will put this one through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Bortles. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. And that one good for 16 yards and a 1st.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And they're going to speed things up here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Bortles now to throw. And that's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
Black 58, Will. Black 58, we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Z. There we go.
After the penalty, it's Crowell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now they're in the hurry-up. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Bortles to throw for it on 4th down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now they'll run it on the toss. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Play clock winding down. Taylor will throw. Green with a catch left side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Here's Taylor, and he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And his kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. The play clock's running down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. And this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
To throw is Bortles. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On second down, here's Bortles. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there. As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Blake Bortles hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Before that last pass, 2 interceptions had already been thrown. And this last one tipped in the air, which means everyone on defense is almost fighting each other in order to get to the football to try and make it a third. Once you've thrown a couple, it's almost like a swarm of bees going after the ball. And in this case, they weren't able to get there before it fell to the ground.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it third down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Taylor. It's caught. Spaeth. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Fourth down, here's Taylor. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And they will take a knee here. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And contact defensively. And that might make things 5 yards easier. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And contact defensively. And that might make things 5 yards easier. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So the home crowd here loves it. They get the field goal in the closing moments, and it looks like their guys are going to get out of here with the W.
And when that kick left his foot, you could hear a pin drop in here. There were about 70,000 folks with crossed fingers. And when that ball went through, start the celebration.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And the quarterback is actually split out wide there in the Wildcat. And some room to maneuver. Cut back to the left. And a cut to the... And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
I think it'd be real easy here to focus on maybe a defensive breakdown with that type of a play in this situation. But let's give a little bit of credit here. That type of play is clutch.
Boy, it was clutch, but to turn it back to the defense, how crushing is that? You think you've got this thing won, and in the last moments, almost literally, you lose it.
Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure and make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Cincinnati, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
Hello, my name is Kamal. I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be a raindrop. Word up, I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it, I let it occur. Whatever occurs, thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my ankle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. Come out. Hello. It's come out like a power with an M. I get down like gravity, rap rackety rappers and raps rapidly follow the rapid into the rapids of being rapping and rattling, rattle riddles and rivets into the sky. I'm a rebel feeling riveting, rhythm clear eye and vigorous spinner right to the rhythm, widow the side eye. I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the specter, you should respect them. I don't expect the special, ain't special. I don't expect nothing. I'm just really glad I can say something. It's a blessing. Ain't no stress affecting my presence. But sometimes the pressure keep pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to relate. I'm just trying to relate. I'm just trying to relate. I'm just trying to relate.